So that's actually how it started. So it
Okay.
was never my intent. And then it really grew from there, word of mouth. Word spread. I started doing enough weddings. I was up to about 20 a year. Everything was going good. I do have a small business now. I always wanted it to be a small business. I never wanted it to grow too large. So it was what I could handle, other than I did have people help me with editing and things like that. But for the most part, it was me, doing the photographing and the editing. And again, I built a little bit of a team after, but that was working for me for quite a while. And then once I had kids, everything changed for me, just like it does for so many people. So everything was going great, but in the back of my mind, I always had this feeling of there has to be more.
Yeah.
And here I am. So it was really eye-opening. I think the time that it really changed for me was in 2016.
Okay.
And I vividly remember it because I found out I was pregnant with my third baby, and that for me, everything changed, because I feel like there's a higher power guiding us in a way that, in a direction that we just have to remind ourselves that we don't have control of everything, right? So that was a reminder for me.
But that's hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It is hard, and people, I talk about this a lot, where they'll say, you're really brave, but you can do it, but I can't. Well, I was in those shoes too, right? Like the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things that make you feel uncomfortable, it becomes easier. And once I decided that in 2016, I knew that I had to take those steps to try to figure it out. Because one of the things that I do is I write a podcast, or I write a blog about what do you want to be when you grow up.
Okay.
Because I always envied the people that knew what they wanted to be. And I never had that feeling. Like I had things I liked, passions that I liked, but nothing really stuck. So I knew that when I had that feeling that I needed to explore different avenues, I really almost backtracked so how did I actually begin? Why did I start art and photography in the first place? So that was in the darkroom. So I started photographing more film, going back to film, because I took a step back away from film once I started photographing weddings digitally. Yeah. So I just brought my film camera back out, and really just intentionally slowed down and wanted to see where that would take me. So I've done a number of artist residencies, and one of them in particular, it was local to my community, allowed me to look at my work, all of the work that I've done since 2002, or 2000 even. I mean, this is 24 years of content and work that I've been creating. I went through all of it, and you got to know me a little bit today. You notice I'm a collector of things, so
me too.
Yes, I learned that too.
I drive everybody crazy with my things.
Yes, but that was something that, where was I going with that? So
you were talking about film.
Yes. Yep. So I wanted to go back. So this artist residency allowed me to look back at all the work I created. What am I really drawn to? And why did I do the work that I did? And what I found about that experience was I've been doing it the whole time, except you're just too busy to really realize it and to pay attention to your own instincts. So once I started doing that, so it kind of evolved into then travel photography. So what I've always done is I've always wandered with my film camera. Mm-hmm. So I went back down that road, and it all started to make sense.